Teacher Interview Project, Mark Eworth, SPED 513. For this assignment, I chose to interview 3 special education teachers that have each taught in large and small districts. One is licensed in both LD and EBD, while the others have a license in LD or EBD. Their experiences range from 3 to 11 years, specifically in special education. I am still learning ways to continue my personal and professional growth. Through the Teacher Interview Project, my hope was to use the interviews as a tool to do just that. I want my students to continue to always feel school and my classroom is a healthy and safe environment for learning, self-expression, and personal convictions. My goal as an educator is for my students to walk away with the knowledge and perception that they are smart and capable individuals who have the ability to succeed. The interviewees shared a wealth of personal advice, and they say, you will have a lot of kids, and some will have horrible personal stories about what they are going through. You have to take that as just another piece of the child, and do what you can to help them while you see them. The circle of control that you have as a SPED teacher is very, very small, but you have to accept that and do what you can during the school day, because you cannot take the students home with you, although you may want to. Build sincere relationships with your students. They will be more productive for you when you do, and they will know if you are being superficial. A SPED teacher is a multifaceted career that goes far beyond the classroom lesson. They say collaboration happens daily on many levels. A special education teacher will collaborate with general ed teachers, paraprofessionals, administrators, guardians, and other service providers. Time is always limited and scheduling can be troublesome. Collaboration is a way to make sure everyone involved is on the same page. One thing to remember about collaborating is that it is a tool to find solutions and not the solution itself. There may be many meetings of brainstorming sessions amongst the team members, and sometimes there is just not a good solution. The trick is to not quit just because the first solution didn't work. This means not being afraid to admit when something you tried was not successful. It can sometimes be appropriate to choose whom you collaborate with, as some members of a team may have strengths or weaknesses in varying areas. Continuous communication is the key. They say there are many limitations in teaching, and teachers are always limited by time. Time is the ultimate currency in education. The more you have, the richer you are. Whether it's time with students in small group, time to collaborate, and yes, time for paperwork. With paperwork taking up the bulk of a special education teacher's time, teachers don't get into the classrooms with their students nearly as often as preferred. Another limitation for teachers is resources. Smaller districts are limited in resources compared to larger ones, both resources in adaptive technology and collaborating partners. But regardless of all these resources available to teachers, we still cannot change parents or control what happens at home. As educators, we are never done learning and striving to continue to build our skills and broaden our knowledge of both content and strategies. Teaching is not a static concept. Some ways to condition ourselves are to take classes, read academic educational journals, attend workshops, or go to PLC, Professional Learning Community, meetings usually held once a week and divided into grade levels, and take part in other professional development opportunities your district may offer. And amongst all the limitations we see as teachers, yes, there are success stories. Breakthroughs with students happen all the time. However, Remember, each student is different, and you really have to find what a student needs and address those in your approach. This will shape your teaching style a bit differently for individual students. There is nothing more satisfying in the teaching world when you and a student have put in so much time and worked through so many struggles with a concept or skill, and that day finally comes when it suddenly just clicks. They realize they got it, and all that hard work has finally paid off. Those are truly priceless moments. If you understand a student's individual abilities, you can take their strengths and build on them, so he or she is set up for success rather than failure. You will wonder what comes of your students once they leave your room. Sometimes you will never see them again, and yet sometimes they come back to say thank you. One teacher interviewed shared once she had a student come back several years later after leaving her class and say, "Thank you for teaching me to read." Making that lifelong difference for a person is very rewarding. In our lasting thought, when you begin teaching in your own classroom someday, remember that collaboration is a tool and not a solution. You will make mistakes, and you will screw up, and that's okay. Learn from it, and good luck out there.